And Kanye West is suspended from Twitter. What an exciting saga this past week has been. There was a vacuum in American domestic news, and Ye happened to fill that quite perfectly. But fair point, Luke Rutkowski brought this up. There's currently a revolution going on in China, starting because of the extreme COVID lockdowns, which is probably more important, but I do think I will talk about later today. But I guess because we live in America, and we have very important free speech issues and issues pertaining to elections and things like that. This matters. It really, really does. I know. What's happening in China is very, very important. And it's often that argument where it's like, I wish people cared more about worldly affairs. But I think it is fair to point out, because of social media, we have seen elections swing in certain directions. I mean, Obama famously used Facebook. And now we have Elon Musk saying that Twitter did engage in election interference. So yes, it matters. Yeah, I get it. It's kind of celebrity nonsense stuff. But at the same time, this story right now with Elon Musk and Ye, it's bad. It's very bad. I mean, first, I think what Ye is doing is bad. He went on the Alex Jones show and he said a whole bunch of things. Some people have likened it to public suicide, like he's destroying his character. Some people are worried about his mental health, his stability. He went on Alex Jones's show and said a whole bunch of stuff. I'll just put it mildly. A whole bunch of stuff. He said he liked Nazis. And I just, look, we talked about it last night. I talked about it yesterday. The story now is that Elon Musk has officially suspended Ye's account for incitement to violence. But I'm just going to come out and say it. What incitement to violence? Serious question. What Ye did was post an image of the Star of David with a swastika in the middle. I think it is deeply offensive because, come on, you get the point. It's shock content. But is it really inciting anyone to violence? Why take it down? I think that what we ended up seeing with Ye and Alex Jones is they called out Elon Musk. Now, Will Chamberlain, who is somebody who actively fights for reform on social media, said that Elon is the king and he's not an absolutist, but just don't take a dump on the floor and you should be fine. I get it. I do. And I'll say outright, it is great that Elon is supporting free speech and unbanning people. I do not like what Kanye West is doing with posting this stuff and the people he's hanging out with and what they're posting. But I think they're allowed to have these opinions. And I think seeing them is important. And I think Elon Musk is falling into the same trap. Isn't it difficult to stand up for your principles? He said he wouldn't bring back Alex Jones. Now he's banned Kanye West for presumably what appears to be posting an offensive image, but calling it incitement to violence. And there it is. Hate speech is incitement to violence, they say. Right. Here's the story. Disgraced rapper Kanye, is from the Daily Mail. Disgraced rapper Kanye West saw his Twitter account suspended by Elon on Thursday after he shared a picture of a swastika interlaced with a Star of David. The post came hours after an interview with conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. West sparked outrage by declaring his love for Nazis and his admiration of Hitler. Seriously. He even went to deny he said a couple things. He basically, I want to be very, very careful here. He was denying very serious elements about World War II. But people are trying to get into the semantics and the nuance. Look, I'm not here to do blanket statements. Ye said that 6 million Jews didn't die. That's what he was claiming. And factually and historically wrong. And there's historical revisionists who are just like, look, I get it. History is written by the victors, all of that stuff. But I tend to be someone who's just like, while I can recognize the intellectual nuance of history and the bias, Occam's razor, man. It's like more than one country was involved in this. There's photographs, there's witnesses. Luke Rutkowski's family, like he's a guy on the show. His grandparents, his great-grandparents suffered under this stuff. But I get it. Some people just want to make these arguments for whatever reason. And I'll just say the fastest way to get canceled, right? But I was shocked to see that he was saying this stuff. So Elon Musk, who reinstated West, banned a Twitter account last month after taking control of the company in October, on Thursday, decided the musician's latest outburst on social media was the final straw. West's account was initially locked for 12 hours, preventing him from tweeting, and later suspended. It is unclear whether the suspension is temporary or permanent. I think he should have locked his account right away. Like, As soon as he let Alex Jones tweet from his account, he should have put him on a few hour hold or something like that, because that is against the rules. Someone gets banned, you can't use someone else's account to tweet. And Alex went on his show and showed himself tweeting from the account. Okay, Elon should have just been like, hey, we're putting on a 4-hour suspension or a 12-hour suspension because you can't let someone do that. Alex Jones has not been reinstated. I think he should be. There you go. Maybe this would have prevented the string of tweets that occurred after this, including an image of what is Photoshop showing a Nazi swastika inside the Star of David and not the Buddhist swastika like some people are trying to claim. There are a lot of people, man. I say a lot of people. There's a handful of people. And they're coming out saying, you don't understand what Ye is trying to say. What he's really trying to say is, I don't care, dude. Look, I get it. Ian tried making the argument last night. He's trying to be Christ and forgiveness and all that stuff. And I'm just like, Ian, buddy, come on, man. At a certain point, someone just doesn't care about what they're saying. They're not articulating it properly. They won't have a conversation about it. Elon's on my show. I'm sorry, Elon. I wish Elon was on my show. Ye is on my show. And he gets up and storms out at like the slightest of questioning. And it's not, he asked me a question. This is the funny thing. He said the press was coming after him, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I admit they have been very unfair to you. And he goes, who is they, though? I'm like, the corporate press. Like, you literally just said the press, bro. But, he gets up and storms off because he didn't want to hear what I had to say. And what I had to say is kind of similar to what Tucker Carlson had to say. These journalists are not Jewish people. These journalists who are writing these stories unprompted, they are white liberal women. Like, that's the demographic. But I don't blame women for this. You've also got Marjorie Taylor Greene. You've also got, Laura Loomer. They're women, too. Clearly, women isn't the defining factor of this stuff. But I digress. West was kicked off Twitter for incitement to violence after he posted the picture of a swastika in the Star of David. He indicated it would be the logo for his proposed 2024 presidential campaign. Oh, boy, do I have egg on my face, because I said I thought he could win. To be fair, I thought he could win based on the stuff he did before this, like troll campaign, high-profile PR, controversy, not this degree of it. So what I want to say is the strategy he had, I believe, could win the presidency. The strategy he has now, yeah, no, I definitely don't see that. West responded... Musk, who purchased Twitter in October and who has since taken a more relaxed stance on moderation, told West, sorry, but you have gone too far. This is not love. In a text message shared by the rapper before the ban took effect. West responded, who made you the judge? I tried my best, Musk wrote. Despite that, he again violated our rule against incitement to violence account will be suspended. Shenanigans. It is an offensive image that I personally do not like. You get it? What's the point of virtue signaling? But it is not incitement to violence. I don't understand. How is this image telling anyone to do anything or encouraging anyone to do anything at all? It's, if anything, making a point in line with Ye's views. Very bad ones. They say he's crazy, too. And I'll say it again. They say he's crazy. Just because your views fall outside of mainstream norms does not mean you're crazy. It could mean you're stupid. It could also mean, depending, that you're smart. Certainly not in this case. I disagree. I would not think so. But, look, Galileo, for instance, believed things that went outside the norm and he was shunned and ostracized. But you can't call someone crazy because they're saying things you don't like. You can call them an a-hole. You can call them egregiously wrong and offensive, nasty and mean, insensitive, confused, whatever. But is Ye crazy? Maybe. Some people have said that he's clearly bipolar. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. But my experience with him on the show was that as soon as the camera went live, his behavior changed, to me indicating that it was intentional. So I don't know what he's doing. There are some theories. They're saying that he's trying to burn down everyone around him. Anyone associated with him who made money, he's trying to destroy. I heard that one. And I thought to myself, that's an interesting one. That may be it. I don't know why, I can't pretend to know everything, right? But as of right now, I can tell you that as you become more successful, you get clingers, betrayers, clout chasers, etc. And they're all trying to make money off you, and they won't leave you alone. They'll make up lies about you. They'll pretend to have been your friend when you like barely knew them. They'll pretend to be some oh so important family member from long ago, and you're like, bro, I never even hung out with you. And maybe that what Ye is maybe that is what he's doing. He's basically saying, you know, after all is said and done, with all his brand deals, he's rich forever. You know, he's got $400 million, said they couldn't touch it. They say he owes $50 million in taxes or whatever. Who knows how much he's got chilling, but he's rich forever. Maybe he just said, I did my thing. I've been there, done that. And all of these clingers, they're going to feel the heat. Some people are saying he was trying to get out of contracts. But someone last night on Timcast IRL super chatted us saying that he's trying to destroy those who profited off of him. And I was like, oh, man, that one I get. That's a personal bias, probably, because I can certainly understand what it's like when you've got mutineers and betrayers trying to profit off your name and make up lies about you. So, oh boy, would I love to believe that that's what Ye is doing. But I think maybe he's just hanging out with bad people saying bad things. He hangs out with certain individuals. He starts believing the things they say, and he rolls with it. Shortly after the suspension, Elon Musk tweeted FAFO. Oh boy. Which means F around and find out. West's account then disappeared from Twitter, appearing with the label account suspended. It was unclear whether West's Twitter suspension is temporary or permanent. It looks permanent. And I love the permanent suspension. Come on. Do not, Elon, you got to change that. Put permanently banned, because suspension implies temporary. Saying permanent, it's so weird. Newspeak. Following West's tweet of the image, some noted that it appeared identical to the symbol for Raelism, a UFO religion that believes aliens created humanity using advanced technology. Oh, geez, man. Nevertheless, West's extensive comments praising Nazis just hours earlier weighed heavily on any interpretation of the symbol. Oh, yeah. Here's the picture that Ye tweeted, and Elon Musk said that is fine. It is a chunky-looking Elon Musk getting hosed down by, who is that? Is that Ari Emanuel, I guess? I don't know. Someone said, let's be real, this is why Elon Musk booted him. I really doubt this is why Elon Musk booted him. Elon said, frankly, I found those pics to be helpful motivation to lose weight. Yeah. You know, something similar for me, too. I was about 30 pounds heavier. I was at like 200 pounds, and I'm at about 170. That's crazy to think about. And I just didn't care. I literally did not care. I was just doing my thing. I was eating what I felt like eating and was just like, I don't know, whatever. Who cares? And then, people posted pictures of me. I saw videos from Fox News, and I was like, man, maybe I should care. You know, if not for me, but for the people around me, right? Like the people who love me and want me to be healthy. And I'm like, I really should start paying attention to this. You know what I also kind of felt like? I feel like I'm running this company and I get a lot of views, and I should probably be a better example to people, try and inspire them. I shouldn't be sitting around talking about, you know, people should eat better when I wasn't. And I was like, okay, sugar's gone. Cut out the sugar. I'd always been exercising, but, you know, I got to be honest. I would skate every day, but I was eating probably, it was a lot of rice and bread. And that's crazy that I got rid of that stuff. And then like, boom, the weight's gone. No joke. Like, no, the only thing I changed was that I would skate every day. Then I would eat like rice, chicken and rice or something. Or I'd have like a sandwich, or I'd get like biscuits with my dinner. Crazy. That I was like, okay, I'm going to eliminate the carbs from my diet for the most part. I still have some. Like I ate a chocolate the other day. It's like no big deal. But all of a sudden, like the bread and the rice, I think the rice might have been it. Just within a month, I was down 10 pounds. And then it took me like another couple of months to drop another 10 pounds. And then, actually, yes, like within 2 months, it was like down 20 pounds. And then the last 10 like took a lot longer. And I'm still actually losing weight. It's kind of crazy, but it's just very, very slow, very slowly. Anyway, I digress. Elon Musk says, no, that photo actually inspired me to lose weight. He tweeted, this is fine. Then in response to the other image, he says, this is not. But I want to make sure I drive this point home as well. He's saying it's incitement to violence. Yo, I don't see that as, I don't see how. But whatever, man. Will Chamberlain says, King Elon spake, there will be no Nazi garbage on my platform, and it was good. But what about free speech? Elon is the king, and he's not an absolutist. If you can avoid taking a dump on the floor, you'll be fine. Well, I humbly disagree. In essence, I don't like what Ye did, and I understand Elon's frustration, but it was not incitement to violence. And therein lies exposing the hypocrisy once again. Now, don't get me wrong. Elon is bringing good to the platform. Getting rid of this, he's getting rid of bad things. And I can understand that. I could understand what Jack Dorsey was saying when he was like, we have people who are at risk of suicide and things like that. But my principles dictate. This was not incitement. It was just a nasty thought. In Washington, D.C., political affiliation is a protected class. It needs to be. I mean, imagine being a Republican and walking into a restaurant and they're like, we don't serve your kind around here. It's like, well, I have to be here, dude, because I work in government. So D.C. says you can't discriminate on the basis of someone's political party affiliation or political beliefs. Crazy, right? Because of that, we saw a bunch of the most abhorrent people moving to D.C. because they were like, well, now no one can kick me out. You walk into a place and they say you can't come here, and you say, why? So I know who you are, and it's, political, that's a violation in D.C., right? This is the issue that arose in 2018 when Twitter started suspending the alt-right, white nationalists, Nazis, etc. There was a Twitter account for the American Nazi Party. I mean, these are genuinely awful people who believe terrible things, and I view them worse than like wokeness is a blunt kind of awfulness, and the Nazi stuff is a kind of acute awfulness. You know what I mean? Like sharp and shrill and really extreme. And the wokeness is like subversive and manipulative and creepy. But I think it's all bad. However, a political party not being allowed to have their platform, the opinions of the people who run this platform should not dictate what political opinions are allowed to exist in the public sphere. Let people see the awful speech, and you need to call it out. I got to hand it to Alex Jones, man. I really do. There is some criticism I have for him in not pushing back hard enough. But I think about that and I'm like, and then what? If he did just come out and say, yeah, you're wrong, and argue with him and give him a lecture, Ye would storm out like he did on my show. Now, to be fair, I wasn't lecturing the guy. It's so weird. I said I agreed the press was unfair because they called him insane for supporting Trump. They've consistently done things like this. And then he said, who is they? And I said, okay, well, for instance, and then he storms off. I'm like, bro, I was giving you my thoughts after you made a point and asked me a question. So he storms off. And then Alex, I assume, is worried about Ye leaving, in which case he would not be able to actually have these questions answered. By doing this is really crazy. Alex Jones appeared normal. Well, sort of. He appeared the more rational man in the room. And then he let Ye expose what he really thinks and who he is. And there's a lot of people who look up to this guy. Imagine if Ye actually was able to win the presidency believing these things. It is because of Alex Jones. He likely won't. It's kind of crazy, right? So I love this. There's some conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theory is, let's talk about them. I don't believe they're true. I don't know what's going on. Some people said that, one is that Ye stormed off my show on purpose. And I believe there's evidence suggesting that's the case. Obviously, it's my personal perspective, but if you watch we did the members only green room show with Ye, the behind the scenes, and he's calm and smiling the whole time. We talked for like an hour and a half before the show. We talked about the things he talked about. He did not say that he liked Hitler when he was here. He was talking about how the people who are coming after him all tend to be Jewish. And then I said, but there's a lot of powerful people who want, people who aren't. And he was like, yeah, but and you've heard me say it. But then he goes on Alex Jones and he says all this crazy stuff, and Alex Jones pushes back and Ye doesn't care. Some people are saying that what Ye is trying to do is divide the right, that he's trying to go into the anti-woke spaces and sow chaos, trying to get them banned. And the moment he realized I would not let him say these things on YouTube, he gets up and walks out. And think about this. Here's why they think that. On YouTube, there's a short fuse. You say the wrong thing, boom, YouTube nukes you. Well, I calmly was just like, no, I disagree. Ye realized he was not going to be able to get us nuked, and he storms off. On Alex Jones's show, there's no banning. So what does he do? He says the most outrageous things possible and tries to get that in the press and reflect upon AJ. I don't know if I believe that. Others have said that Ye is trying to shift the Overton window as far as possible in the other direction. That's his real idea. that he comes out as a mainstream celebrity on Alex Jones's show and says a whole bunch of crazy things, and all of a sudden the Overton window shifts. Whether or not that was the intent, that's what happened. All of a sudden, I'm having conversations with leftists, and we're like, we completely agree about the abhorrent nature of the things he's saying. The Overton window is being shifted rightward. That is, it's a big ask. Ye comes out and says some of the most vile things imaginable, and then all of a sudden, people on the right are agreeing with the left, and it's sort of like he's become a unifying villain for everybody. Not everybody, I don't know. But maybe the reality is Occam's razor. Ye's just sick of it. He's got too much money. He can do whatever he wants. He said on my show, he's like, I should hire a PJ if I'm going to this Lex Friedman lecture or whatever. And I'm like, what? Bro, it's crazy. I was like, we were just talking about this very same thing. Why are you all of a sudden mad? I didn't get it. So people were like, he warned you, Tim, he'd storm off. And I'm like, I was talking to him for like an hour about a lot of this stuff. He's totally chill with a smile on his face. So I got to say, for me, it seems like something more was planned. Notice he's wearing a Balenciaga mask when he did this. I don't know, man. Maybe he's trying to say something. Maybe he's just trying to throw a pie in the most absurd way. No idea. No idea. I can only say this. I've been given an opportunity based on the circumstances to point out that I don't see that image as incitement. The left does. Elon Musk says he's a free speech absolutist, but he banned him because he posted offensive imagery. Uh-oh. Getting exposed. Was that what Ye was trying to do? I have no idea. Welcome to real life, I guess. It's been fun. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.